All right, so we're back with FF7. I skipped some lines here because I started getting the hiccups and I didn't want to put that on, and I don't know how to edit stuff. So we're going to start here. What we missed is we're headed to the Gold Saucer. Uh, Tifa didn't know Barrett had all this hanging over him. Barrett really has a lot hanging over him if we think about it, because he lived in Coral. He made a bad decision to side with the Shinra, though they had the power anyway. They ended up destroying everything that he cared about, his town. He lost his wife, he says he lost Myrna. Almost everything, because we still have Marlene. But he lost Myrna. Clearly the town entirely has put the blame on him instead of on Shinra or shared with themselves. And then he goes and starts Avalanche, an organization against Shinra, a violent environmental terrorist organization. And they end up getting blamed for the Sector 7 plate falling. And while clearly this was Shinra's decision and they were excited that they'd get to hike up profits after doing it, this was very much we're using Avalanche as an excuse to be destructive and make profit. Excuse me. It's also when you're used as an excuse, as a causal reason for someone else's destruction, you have a whole lot on your shoulders right now. So Barrett has a lot going on. Other characters were either sympathetic or didn't say anything, except for Yuffie, who said, I ain't sympathizing, should have never sided with the Shinra. Not her exact words. And now we're headed to the Golden Saucer. Also, last time I talked endlessly about centrism and homogenization of cross culture, and I just across different parts of at least the U.S. country. And one thing I wanted to mention, just as just part of it, not of particular importance, that didn't come to mind when I was talking about it, is just the way chains taking over. A lot of kind of local creations have been ended by chains, and this isn't like some people treat this as obviously like one of the worst things to ever happen. I'm not so convinced, but it is one of the ways in which lots of parts of the country start to look and feel the same. And so I thought it was something I should have brought in there. Gold Saucer, what do you think? Very different than the rest of the world we've seen. And you can see from the kind of tree branches holding up bits of this, clearly like amusement park. This was what we saw in the distance earlier over the desert. It's got a fun entryway. I like the Gold Saucer. It's got a nice kind of like chintzy charm. Let's talk to the Chocobo. Welcome to the Gold Saucer. Welcome to the Gold Saucer. Are you together? A single pass is 3,000 gil, or you can purchase a lifetime pass for 30,000 gil. Alright, I'm going to see how much money we have. 12,000. Yeah, at this game, it is like possible to have 30,000 gil, but you most likely don't, and this is kind of the one point you're going to have a 3,000 gil. I also like, because this is basically a huge casino, they charge you for everything. We don't have any game points yet, GP, which you earn in the games here, so we cannot pay to use the save point, but very realistic to casino living. And I guess we got to pay 3,000. Very hard not to have 3,000 at this point of the game. Quite hard to have 30,000. Nicely chosen point. They clearly did some kind of play testing. Next time we come here, we can buy a lifetime pass, and that will be pretty trivial. Thank you very much. If you leave Gold Saucer, your tickets become invalid. Here at the Gold Saucer, there are many places where you must pay with GP, like the save point. Just think of GP as money that you can only use at the Gold Saucer. GP can only be redeemed at the games in Wonder Square and at the Chocobo races. Your GP limit is 10,000, so please be careful. We will not be approaching that limit, though we might later. Please enjoy yourselves, or if we do a lot of basketball or something. I think GP expires when you leave the Gold Saucer, so you have to find ways to use it during your run there. Alright, let's see what we got. Wow, let's have fun. So each of these little circles you can jump into and it takes you to a different part of the Gold Saucer. It's a nice little area. This is a neat part of the game. As I've said, FF7 really has mini games strewn all throughout, which I had kind of forgotten. But this is the very much the hub of the mini games. This is the place where there's just a whole bunch. And we're going to explore. I know this isn't the right time to do this. Hey Barrett, cheer up. I don't think that's the way to talk to Barrett. So I'm not an Eris fan, and I think she's been likable and fun so far. This is one of the moments for her that just seems like Barrett's going through a lot and just going, "Hey, cheer up." It just gives me bad vibes. I ain't no cheery mood, so just leave me alone. Really? That's too bad. Let's go. Isn't that a little harsh, Eris? Just act normal when this happens. You think so? Of course. Now, I think that can sometimes be true, but I don't feel like this is the instance. We're gonna go play seems a bad reaction to I am blamed for the destruction of everything I cared about, and I blame myself too. I don't know. That's just not what I'd go with there. So play, messing around. Don't forget we're after Sephiroth. I think he's mad. I think so too. I do think that's one of the things that you do when you're, or at least some people do, I tend to do, when I am really unhappy or miserable, I find something to really focus and go hard on. Um, and there have been moments when that was playing competitive triple triad, but there's been lots of other points where it was something else. But often when I like nothing obviously that compares to Barrett's scale, but even something like just I haven't gotten enough sleep and I'm just feeling really crummy are often days where I'm really productive because I just need to focus on some one thing and nothing else. So I really feel for Barrett going like, let's just focus on Sephiroth because when you're miserable as he is, you want something to do that feels meaningful and useful and not the same as your pain. He'll be fine. He seems to be doing a little better now. Not sure that's true either. Alright, we can talk to people. How's it going, Tifa? You better be careful. Sephiroth might be around. Sure, let's go together. With me? Ah, and we learn this is a part of the game where you can only have one teammate. Curious. You want to go with me? Yeah, you can see it swaps every time. Wish we could just forget everything and have fun. But we're going to be going with Tifa. Because Tifa is our key party member. And I guess we'll just explore left to right. Just learn about the gold saucer. So this is clearly going to be a place to watch, and we will be coming here later. Fun giant doll there with moogles on top, and there's a stage for a presentation. This will be used for one moment in the game and nothing else. There's a bunch in the gold saucer that will be used once shortly, and then never again, but there's still a whole bunch of places you can go and do stuff after that. So it's not like it leaves the gold saucer barren. Just as a kind of analogy. Hey, boy. Boy? How is it? You having fun? So you are having fun. Well, good. Good for you, boy. My name's Cloud, and stop calling me boy. Me? I'm the owner of the gold saucer. The name's Dio. Just call me Dio. Okay, that is your name. Not even listening. Also doing a lot of muscle man poses. By the way, boy, do you know what a black materia is? We have not heard of a black materia to this point. What is it? That I say, that's a good one, boy, but it's not good to lie. You can't fool me. Why'd you ask me? I mean, we've seen different colors of materia, and those colors do indicate different things, right? Green materia are magic spells like Bolt, Lightning. Red materia are summons like Shiva or Ifrit. Blue materia is support, like all, making our spells hit all, but also elemental is a support materia. Purple is things like Chocobo Lure. I forgot what the official name. Maybe Independent Materia is what that's officially called. But also things like Counterattack is purple. Cover is purple. And then there's also Yellow, which is things like Sense and Steel. Things that give us new commands, command materia. And then there's Blue, and I don't... No, we've done Blue. Blue is like all. Yeah, I think that's everything that we've seen. We have not seen black materia. Why'd you ask me? Well, a while back, a boy your age came in and asked me if I had a black materia. Thought you might know who he was, seeing as how you're both about the same age. Yeah, all 21-year-olds know each other. That's just a fact. Did he happen to have a black cape? Why, yes. Yes, indeed. But Sephiroth shouldn't be the same age as us, right? And a tattoo on his hand that said 1. Where did he go? I have no idea. Well done. Alright, we've met the head of the Gold Saucer. I say, stop by the battle arena if you like, boy. You'll probably like it. Many of my collections are on display there. Alright. First I gotta memorize the order comes out and then guess on the attacks, mumble mumble. We've seen that character's icon so many times. I think their name's Johnny. Long hallway here. So this is a mini game you can do, which is an on-rails shooter kind of thing. I don't particularly like it, and I'm not very good at it, so we will not be doing it. We're just showing. Should probably do one run or something, but it's not for me. Now the order has all been changed. I'm gonna just go back to the station and look at the order, especially because we get the fun hop Cloud does, which is very important. Round Square is another one that's about scenes, like it's going around on what's the word? You know, sort of a raised tram system that takes you around with individual carriages. Let's go to Ghost Square. We will end up at the one I skipped shortly. This is where the hotel here is. You get a full heal. Nice visual there. Shout out to, I don't know, Castlevania. I just saw Renfield the other day. Flawed movie, but fun. Had a good time. Battle Square he talked about. We'll go there shortly, so actually... let's go to Battle Square for now. We have Wonder and Chocobo left. I'm sorry, we're currently renovating. Please come again. Battle Square is the game's kind of Coliseum type area where you do consecutive battles. You get handicaps after each, though sometimes I think you get boosts. Then you get scores at the end and you can spend those scores on things. I was wrong earlier. I think GP does not expire, but battle points do. Someone will think he doesn't know what he's talking about, and I was wrong, but now I have corrected myself. Battle points are what expires as soon as you leave the Coliseum area. That is not the one I meant to go into. I meant to go into Chocobo, but that's okay. Chocobo is Chocobo Racing. We don't have access to it yet, but we will soon. So let's go to Wonder Square. Now, Chocobo Racing and Battle Square are where the best rewards are, but Wonder Square is the most immediately kind of enjoyable or goofy part of FF7 in Gold Saucer. Hey you, what are you looking so down for? Look at this creature. How about it? Want me to read your fortune? A bright future, a happy future. Oh, but don't hold it against me if it's not a great prediction. Oh, so sorry. I'm a fortune-telling machine. The names? And we have a new party member. Now, there is a member of the Triple Triad community that absolutely despises this character. So, being the kind fellow that I am going to name this character appropriately. And also that person's name is not this, but this is how I always say their name. So we're going to call Kate Sith. He calls them cat shit. I'm going to call them sirsmokes. That's because he typos constantly. But you can only read the future. You kidding? I can find missing things, missing people, anything. You seem useful. And can you tell me where a man named Sephiroth is? Sephiroth, right? Okay, here goes. Excellent fortune-telling movement. I like how both the cat on top and the it's a puppet thing below both do a similar motion. Ordinary luck. It will be an active fortune. Given to the goodwill of others, and something big will happen after summer. Wait, what's this? This is like if you open a fortune cracker thing and get the little readout from it, and are thinking about a big question. It will give some vague nothing that doesn't apply. Huh? Let me try again. The secret to those is make them vague but feel like they would apply to things. Be careful of forgetfulness. Your lucky color is blue? Forget it. Wait, give me another chance. Wait, let me try it again. Ooh, much quicker this time. What the? What does it say? What you pursue will be yours, but you will lose something dear. Now, that's better vagueness than the others because, a lot of stuff could be fit into that framework, right? People are usually trying to achieve something, and there's usually something that could at least be described as loss with it. So this is a much better vague fortune telling that we'll be able to apply to stuff. I don't know if it's good or bad. This is the first time I ever got something like this. Then shall we? Excuse me? As a fortune teller, I can't help but think about this. If I don't see what it leads to, I won't be able to relax. That's why I'm going with you. Is it alright, Cloud? I'm coming with you no matter what you say. Hey! Good visual gag there. Just walks into you, forces his way into your party. And now we have Cait Sith in the party. If we look at Cait Sith, we'll see quite high HP, though that is partially because not much materia equipped. Has the transform materia, I believe we already have one of those, and the manipulate materia, which we will find use for later. The manipulate materia is going to be, it's easy to play the game without touching it, but it comes with nice features. We will not be using Cait Sith. Part of the reason why is because Cait Sith's limits are not very interesting to use. Cait Sith has dice, where Cait Sith rolls some number of dice and basically does 100 damage times the dice rolls. And this just is fine early in the game, but just doesn't scale with the damage you'll have access to later. And then a slots machine thing that is mostly very weak unless you get really good at the slots. And I believe if you use the square button, I've been able to do it on a controller. I'd have trouble doing it on the with a keyboard. But you can use a thing that sort of flashes it and slows it down, makes it flash on and off screen. That can make it easier to line stuff up. And there is one set of 3 things you can line up that will instantly kill any enemy. And if you get good at that, sure, it's easy to beat everything in the game, but it's not a very interesting way to play it. So we will not be using sirsmokes. That said, we will be exploring the Wonder Square. You have 0 GP. Exchange your GP for prizes here. Want to exchange? So the gold ticket is we can get, if we get 300 GP, we can get the gold ticket rather than paying 30,000. And maybe we'll go for that. Now, arm wrestling is a button mashing game. I don't want to destroy my keyboard, so we're not going to be doing that one. Super Dunk is a timing game where you hold, and if you hold it the right amount of time, it shoots it in. And it's kind of how many times can you hold it? I tend to think about a second. I'm surprised I'm doing it well without counting, just shooting well. I held it a little longer that time, but it was still in the range. So there's kind of 4 animations you'll see. There's too short, too long. That was almost too long. Slightly long, which will still go in, but off the backboard. And slightly short, which will go in, not off the backboard. And so far, I'm doing really well. That was too short. The first time I paused and didn't do it while talking, I didn't get it. And you get 1 GP per made shot. And so now we have 5 GP. And then there's more games in the next room. So G-Bike is a game like the biking mission getting out of Shinra headquarters where you slash to either side. Fortune Teller, I don't think is a real thing. This game is kind of silly, but gets us some GP. Let's do that. Don't worry about me. Go ahead and play. Moghouse, 1 game, 100 gil. Try it. This is not a good game. But Mogs are cute. Or Moogles are cute. This is Mog's house. It's in Mog Forest on Mount Mog. The beginning of another day in the life of a Mog. This year, Mog is Pipa Popupo years old. That's 28 in human years. He's at that age when he should be looking for a mate. But before Mog can become an adult, he first needs to learn how to fly. Even though Mog trains hard every day, he still can't seem to get off the ground. Look at him try. You can do it. Nope. Ow. Given that he looks kind of like a marshmallow, it's hard to imagine that actually hurting him, though. Looks like he's still got a long way to go. Here's where you come in. Help Mog learn how to fly by pushing the circle button and feeding him his favorite Kupo nut. But don't overfeed him. He won't be able to fly if he's too fat. Give him a Kupo nut. You gotta eat the Kupo nut. Alright, that's 1. And he's still hungry. Alright, so we gotta give him another. 2. Still looks hungry to me. 3. I think the exact number here is like 5 or 10 or something, so I'm keeping count, but you can just watch and, 4. Yeah, still looks not enthused. Very obvious visual cues on this game. 5. Yeah, looks pretty pumped. All right, we won't overfeed him. Again, very complicated game, this one. Can do it, little Mog. I think you just leave it for a while, and eventually he goes, okay, I'm going to give it a try. There we go. Oh, it seems like Mog's decided to take another shot at it. Can he do it? Come on. Yay! He did it. He's flying. Now he's finally become a full-fledged Mog. What a weird little mini-game to insert in this. Yeah. We're not done yet, though, sadly. Tired but relaxed, our little Mog turns out the lights early and goes to bed. Good night and sweet dreams. I don't know why I decided to play this game, but not some other things that I thought were worth skipping. Oh, what's this? Here comes a female Mog. I guess I just always do this one. I never think of, skipping it. I think of it as free GP without effort, but by the time we've done this, because you get 20 GP for doing this, we could have easily gotten 20 GP off the basketball game. Seems like he likes her, too. Can she fly? Can we all fly? Now, will Mog be able to fly gracefully in front of her? Help him out with a few Kupo nuts. She's like, who's throwing nuts at him? Where are these nuts coming from? Every time we go to fly, sorry babe, gotta take a snack first. Those are quite little wings. Alright, 3 seemed enough this time. The visual cue of jumping up in the air in excitement is not the most difficult to figure out. I don't need to bust out a walkthrough for this one. This is obviously a speed run. Oh, it seems like Mog's decided to take another shot at it. He's flying. Mog was able to do it. She should probably not be that excited because it doesn't seem like... it seems like Mog should be able to fly. But... okay. Cool. Everyone's happy. She must have fallen for his graceful flying form. As we all did, I think. Sometime later. Looks like things are going good with his new Mog friend. Time for a quiet date in the forest. Her name is Mag. She's a good-natured Mog. Best of luck to the both of you, Mog and Mag. May you have lots and lots of healthy Mogs. Should be rated M for mature. The 3 genders. There are 3 colors here. Nice representation there. No worries there, I guess. Finn. Alright, what a beautiful little story. I do like the mushroom house, though. I'm impressed. Thanks for showing me it. Yeah, our play of that was deeply impressive. Here, take this. 30 GP. Oh, what a reward. So this is a submarine game. I think we can't play it yet. Yeah, we can later once we've done a submarine minigame in the game. Similarly, this is a snowboarding game. We can do it once we've done snowboarding in the game. Again, there's a lot of minigames in this game. So I think the last thing to do is we're going to play 3D Battler, which is just rock, paper, scissors, and I think you just have some percentage to win every point each round, and I don't think there's any skill. So we lost that one. You can figure out which beats which. It's generally whichever hits lower wins. But I think their selections are, we're doing terribly, are just kind of random, and but random in a way that is set to make sure you are favorite to win the first one and like even to win the second one. All right, we did win. And underdog to win the third. Big underdog, I think. And the fourth is impossible. But I think it's all random chance. I think there's no skill or exploit here. I think it's just, you know, fastest if you click random buttons. There's no figuring them out, I believe, is what to do. Because this is not the best of the mini games they came up with. But I think, actually, no, I think you're slight favorite on the second one, and the third one you're underdog to. But I don't remember. I have like save state cheated this to try to figure it out. But I, you know, basically found you likely beat, and I know other people have done more in depth. You likely beat the first two, you likely lose to the third. If you do beat the third, you're gonna lose after. And there's no amount of save state cheating that can get you through it. So, not the greatest of mini games, but there's just like so many choices here. It's quite nice. 3 GP. All right, so clearly our best GP earner. You can't do the Mog House again because the points you get are just from that dude. Is a Super Dunk. I'm gonna do that one more time. Let's try it. 1. That's my secret timing tip. 1. It's to count to 1. 1. Honestly, works pretty well. 1. 1. 1. Oops. I think I started holding my ones longer. That said, we got 5 GP again. I think also maybe on that one the timing window gets shorter each shot, but I'm not sure about that. I think it probably doesn't. Okay, where do we want to go next? Let's go to battle. Yeah, seems like things are happening. Hey, that's a Shinra guard. That's not the guard we saw earlier. And they did. Dead. What? Well, wait, Cloud. Seems like something's going wrong, but also, like, you know, we're not Team Shinra here. Did Sephiroth do this? Yeah, every time we've seen just a mass of dead guards, it's been Sephiroth so far. No, it's not him. They're all shot. Sephiroth would never use a gun. Ugh, ugh. Sephiroth team gun control. It's clearly he just doesn't need it. He has magic and swords. That covers long and short range. Hey, what happened? A man with a gun on his arm. Oh, we know a man with a gun on his arm. A gun on his arm? Hold it right there and stay quiet. It's Dio, the head of the Golden Saucer and security. Did you guys do this? No, it wasn't us. I must have been wrong. Hurry up and run. It's gonna get ugly. Hey, hold them. Yeah, sirsmokes, you really... Kate Sith, what an idiot. He just went. It must not be them then. Oh, terrible decision making. That's as far as you go. Wait, listen to... Cloud. That's a robot. Anytime you see 3 robots like this, I just assume it's the next boss of the game. And weirdly, it isn't. They're just capturing us. We never fight them at any point in the game. 1 more to go. Yes. Hey, pay attention. There's no need to listen. Pay for your crime down below. Do it. Yes. Just weird to see robots in a game and no chance to ever fight them. Very strange. Cloud, you alright? Where are we? A desert prison. Coral prison. A desert prison? Yup, a natural prison in the middle of the desert, surrounded entirely by quicksand. I heard that once you get in, you never get out. But there was one special exception. Barrett? Hey, pal. Seems like maybe you did a bad. Barrett. Did he really? Stay back. This is something I gotta deal with. Just leave me alone. Barrett's struggling. Ooh, that's one of your friends? He sure looks dangerous. Now, Kate Sith might be a racist. That seems plausible at this point. Might also think a man with a gun grafted onto his arm looks scary, though. It's also legit. Barrett. This one's been shot too. So I think we'll leave today with the mystery of the shootings there. I think that guy might steal from you if you let him catch you. So we're gonna run away from him and then stop. There are enemies here who do steal from you, and in fact, we see 2 of them here. So we're gonna launch her limit. Ooh, let's use more Matra magic. The white and red thing, the head, can end by going like explode or cure and just gives you a full heal, which is just very friendly. Yeah, mug. So they can steal an item from our inventory, and now we have to kill them before they escape, or we lose that item forever. And we get the mithril armlet back. Again, this is like an annoying type of enemy because it's just annoying to have stuff in your inventory not be safe. I don't like this type of enemy. It makes me not want to fight them. But it continues to be a thing I think is interesting in this game of so many enemies have unique things about them. And as we enter this house, I think I will call it for the day. Didn't I tell you not to come here? Yeah, let's stop there. Cheers.